Welcome back to Fun Activities in 5. So I've got my timer going. We're going to do 5 minutes or less for a fun activity that you can do with your students this week or in the future. Today, I want to talk about the I am not a activities. This activity is really popular in elementary school classrooms. The whole point is kind of creative thinking and getting students to think outside of the box. Um, think outside the box is a different activity than this one, although they are similar. So, what happens with this activity is you give students an image. In this case, we had a snowman. We do this over the winter. I use this in my activity right before we had winter break, but I keep them on hand for students for fast finishers or for a day that I just need to do something in the target language, but need a little bit of a break. So they get this. This says, I don't want to melt. Because the whole point of this activity is they need to disguise the original image into something else to save or to rescue the image from something. So in this case, we don't want the snowman to melt because we love the snowman and we don't want him to melt. So they don't want him to melt. So they're going to take the snowman and they're going to make it into something else. I do tell mine they don't have to keep the image this way. They can turn it sideways, whatever they want to do is totally fine. At the end, it has a little prompt. I don't want to melt, or I'm not going to melt because and they fill in the blank with whatever they have turned this into. The nice thing about this activity is it is getting that creative thinking. It is giving them some vocab they probably wouldn't have seen. My students probably would not have learned melt if we hadn't done this activity, but now it's a word they're very familiar with because they've seen it. And then we did some follow-up activities where they got some practice with melt. So not a high frequency word, but a word that they've picked up just by doing a fun activity. They also are going to increase their vocab with this bottom box of what I am instead of a snowman. And since it's something that's interesting to them, since it's something they care about, they're more likely to pick up that word or those words a little bit easier and a little bit faster. So, follow up activities. You can do a gallery walk with these. Take this, cover this part up, hang it up, and give students a matching. Which one is a fireplace? Which one is a house? Which one is a caterpillar? And they just go by and they look and see. They're looking at the picture, then they can flip this up and look and check their answer. Easy. Another follow up activity for upper level students is you could have them write about why this is this thing instead of this thing. It's a caterpillar because it's green and snowmen are white. It's a caterpillar because it has legs and snowmen don't have legs, etc. You can use this as a follow up activity in so many ways. Um, I am going to link in the comments this snowman version. It is available in Spanish, English, and French. I'm also going to link our turkey version. So I'm not a turkey, Spanish, English, and French. And I'm going to link our Halloween version for I'm not a ghost in Spanish, English, and French for you. If you don't teach Spanish, English, or French, and you would like to modify this activity into another language, just ask that you would share that modification or that translation back with me, and I'll add it to the comments for future viewers of this video. I hope that you're able to try this with your students. Have a fabulous day.